Read this menu and I'll give you $1, Rick sneered, slamming the leather-bound menu down in front of her. The surrounding diners chuckled uneasily. Mabel Carter, a black woman in her late 60s, sat still in her chair, her back straight, her eyes obscured by thick glasses. She wore a plain wool dress, slightly faded, and held a simple canvas handbag on her lap. "Come on, Granny," Rick added, voice louder now. "Don't strain your old eyes. You probably can't even read." Someone laughed. A woman gasped. Mabel's fingers twitched once. Then she raised her head. "You talk cheap," she said slowly. "So here's mine, shut up, and I'll give you $1 million." The room fell into silence. One of the guests dropped a fork. Rick blinked. But Mabel was already folding the menu. She adjusted her seat quietly, yet somehow, the entire room seemed to lean toward her. Rick rolled his eyes and muttered, "Someone get her a kid's menu," before turning his back. But a sharp motion tipped the chair beneath Mabel. She caught herself, but her knees hit the marble floor. Several waiters turned away, pretending not to notice. No one helped her up. Mabel steadied herself, breathing hard. Her hands shook, not from age, but restraint. She reached into her bag and slowly pulled out a folded napkin, dabbing her palms. Nearby, a group of businessmen whispered and laughed, their attention on her. One of them recorded the scene discreetly. And just then, Rick returned with a small plastic menu and said loudly, "Here you go, Grandma." Bigger letters, less thinking. Mabel took the menu in silence. Her lips didn't move, but her eyes landed sharply on something near the host stand. She saw someone who recognized her. But they didn't move, yet. The manager finally appeared. "Is there a problem here?" he asked, eyes darting between Rick and Mabel. "Only if you consider humiliating a guest a service standard," Mabel replied, standing upright. She placed her hand on the table, then slowly, deliberately, laid down a sealed envelope. It bore the gold crest of Langridge Holdings. The manager's expression changed. What is this?" he asked. "My voting share," Mabel answered. "I own 70% of this restaurant." Murmurs erupted. Rick paled. "Wait, you what?" "I helped fund this place," she said. "From its first brick." Then came the line that broke the room, "And I don't need your dollar. I sign your paychecks." Rick backed away. No one moved. Even the cameras stopped recording. A woman from the bar approached. The same woman who had once refused to seat Mabel 2 years ago. This time, she picked up the chair Rick had knocked over, righted it, and softly said, "Ma'am, would you like your usual table?" Mabel gave the briefest of nods. From the far corner, the businessman who filmed earlier was already uploading the clip, captioned, "Waiter gets fired after mocking restaurant owner." As Mabel walked to the corner booth, Rick was being pulled aside by the manager. "Give me your apron," was the only thing he heard. But Mabel? She paused for just a second, eyes locked on the chandelier overhead, as if weighing something far beyond the room. She didn't gloat. She didn't shout. She sat, folded her napkin over her lap, and opened the same menu Rick mocked earlier. In the center of the table, the sealed envelope she left behind gleamed under the chandelier. Her name, MC Carter, was embossed in gold. A waiter approached nervously. "Would you like anything to start with, Mrs. Carter?" he asked. She didn't look up, just gently slid her reading glasses down and said, "I'll start with a little silence. That's all I've been asking for." No one said another word. But every guest knew they had just watched a woman reclaim more than a table. Mabel Carter didn't need a podium or a lawsuit to restore her dignity, just one moment of clarity, and the courage to speak without raising her voice. Sometimes, justice doesn't arrive with sirens or applause. Sometimes, it walks in wearing old shoes, sits quietly, and leaves a room changed forever. If this story stirred something in you, share it. Let someone else feel what you felt. And if you believe the world needs more moments like this, subscribe and stay. We've got more stories that whisper powerfully, like Mabel did.